but in the Philippines, it's more of an intensive one. What I mean by that is we have 10 subjects every day.
A day?
Yeah. Since I've considered this country as my second home.
And I think there would be a lot of cultural, historical things inside that would very much make me feel curious.
Yeah. And it's nice to know the history of your country too.
Like, hati-hati po.
Hati-hati,
Like, it's so good. It's so cute, like how you really greet each other. Because we usually just say, hi, hello.
Yeah. And everyone was so friendly.
Yeah.
Decasternila, rolling, and action.
Halo Sobat Unila, welcome back to Decasternila, Deep Talk with Podcasters Unila. Kenalin dulu nih, aku Ivan, si Mas-Mas Quotes. Dan quotes hari ini adalah, tetaplah berbuat baik meskipun tidak diperlakukan baik. Nah, di kesempatan kali ini, kita bakal wawancara orang yang spesial banget nih. Orang luar negeri cuy. Nah, jadi nggak usah lama-lama ya. Please welcome student exchange from Philippines, pertukaran pelajar dari Filipina. Halo guys.
Hello.
Okay, how do you feel about today? Do you feel good?
Yeah.
A bit
I feel
nervous.
good.
A bit nervous.
A bit nervous too.
I just finished my class, so
Yeah.
a bit still energetic.
Okay, me too. Like, I feel very nervous too. Okay, before we start, how about we introduce ourselves first?
Oh, sure.
My name is Ivanovich Trizki. It's usually people call me Ivan or L. And how about you? Could you like tell me your name, please?
Okay, my name is Shirlene O Buahon. I am 21 years old from St. Mary's University, Bayombong, Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines.
Okay, meanwhile, I am Allysa Gayle Thomas. Maybe you can just call me Allysa. And I'm from Bicol University in Bicol region, Philippines as well.
Okay, so I can call you Miss
Allysa.
Allysa and Miss Shirlene.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start pretty easy first, okay? What is your first impression when you first arrived in Indonesia? Is
Okay,
there something
first.
that surprised you or something?
Okay, first impression, nothing really. It's just that when I first stepped foot in Jakarta, that's where we first landed actually. The flight attendant asked me in Bahasa. So I was like, sorry? Sorry, she said. So perhaps she thought I'm Indonesian. So that's why she asked me in Bahasa. So maybe the commonalities in terms of familiarity of faces and the features. So walking around here in Lampung, I saw that the buildings and establishments are quite similar to what we have in the Philippines. Yeah. So nothing really. So yeah.
It's just like casual in Philippines.
Yeah.
No buildings, yeah. But for the people, you actually see them. Normally, they look like regular Filipinos, except when they start to talk to us. Yeah, it's quite normal. I've same experience with Shirley that when people come and they suddenly speak in Bahasa Indonesia and we said, no Bahasa.
Yeah.
We just go like that. But another thing that's new are the roads, wherein we usually ride forward in the right side, while here in the Indonesia,
in the Philippines it's
on the right side. Yes, and in here you go through the left. So I was quite disoriented at first, and I was like, are we going in the wrong direction or something? And as for the buildings, yeah, the same as well, except for the part where the historical and cultural buildings, and the logo or symbol of Lampung, like what do you call it, the Siger?
Siger.
Siger.
And that's quite the iconic thing that
very
differentiates Lampung from the Philippines. Yeah, so that.
Okay, like I don't know, like you guys really look like Indonesian too, especially when you wear this.
Actually, some students characterize us as Sumatran. What else? Java.
Yes, in the faculty.
Yeah, the like what is it? Pulau. What is pulau? Island. The big island in Indonesia. It's Sumatra, Java, and something. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay. What's one thing you miss about Philippines when you arrived in Indonesia? Is there anything
First
that you
day,
miss,
but-
like families or the foods, something like that?
Probably my friends and families.
Friends and families.
But at the same time, I'm not feeling that the homesickness
Yes,
since I've considered this country as my second home. So probably I also miss the food because
Yes.
almost all the foods here are spicy and I don't have a high tolerance for that.
You don't like spicy food?
Yeah.
Me too, actually.
Actually, similar. The food, I'm not really a fan of spicy stuff. Actually, from where I'm from, Bicol region, we're popular for our sili or the pepper, red pepper. But I think I'm a fake Bicolano because I'm not really into the spiciness. And yeah, of course, I miss the food as well. But I'm still eager to try a lot of foods here in Lampong since I haven't gone out much. And the same again with Shirley, I'm not really that homesick since I am able to communicate with my family and friends in the evening after classes. And everything is familiar. The environment, the trees,
It's like just the same in
just the
Philippines.
same. So you don't really get disoriented with the views.
Okay.
Actually, I thought Bicolanos are pretty much into spicy foods.
Yeah,
Because they're yeah.
we're supposed to
So
be.
I thought, oh, they might like the foods here.
No, but in Indonesia, it's a lot more spicier.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
spicy, but
That's
this
why.
one here is on another level.
Like I've seen some YouTubers like from Indonesia. They try spicy food in other countries.
Countries.
They really
They
don't
don't.
feel anything.
Yeah.
It's just like basic
Basic.
spicy in Indonesia.
So they're really used to the type,
Yeah.
your level
Yeah,
of spiciness here.
I saw a lot of people just snack on sambal.
Yeah.
Oh my
Snacking on
god.
sambal?
Yeah.
I can't even dip my ayam just for a bit. I cannot. That's how
How
much it
come they're not getting red?
It's like almost a stereotype of Indonesian. Like people get confused when I don't like spicy food. It's like just very attached to Indonesian people like that. And okay, let's get to the next question. Okay, talking about food, have you tried any like how would you compare Filipino foods to Indonesian foods other than spicy? And is there any Indonesian food that you really like or you don't like at all? Is there anything?
My most favorite so far would be nasi goreng.
Oh, that's
It's quite familiar to me because we also do fried rice in the
Yeah.
Philippines, and the taste is really good.
basic food of every country.
Yeah.
There's fried
fried
rice
rice.
everywhere.
Yeah. And what I like about it is that it has chips.
Yeah, it is.
What do you call that?
Kerupuk.
Kurupuk.
Yeah.
Like ropek.
Oh. And then you eat that with the chips. It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Tastes so.
It balances the, how do you call that? The savory taste of
herbs.
the, yeah.
Herbs and spices.
And as well as the saltiness
Saltiness.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the
saltiness.
kerupuk.
Kerupuk.
Yeah.
Okay, is that the first food, Indonesian food that you tried?
Yeah.
That's the same for me as
Oh.
well since our coordinator, Sir Fajar, when they fetched us from the airport, we went to a local nasi goreng shop, and that's the first thing we ate, especially one thing, the sate, ayam, the chicken
Oh, sate
sate
ayam.
in the stick.
Oh.
I like it very much, so I pretty much ate up the whole plate in that restaurant. So yeah, I would like to try it again if I can.
You saw the man. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they were cooking on the side.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
yeah, it's very interesting. Like they
Yeah.
have very much strength.
Yeah,
Like,
our
there's-
So there's effort behind that.
there's effort behind that. Okay. Is there like what is your favorite place in Indonesia so far? It's like is it
Oh.
school or anything?
Actually, we haven't been to a lot of places here in Lampung, but a lot of students have been recommending to go to the beach.
Oh yeah, of course.
What else? Where
Beach
else?
in Lampung is very beautiful.
White
but
sand.
It's usually it took like very long
Long time
time.
to go there.
Well,
Yeah.
like it's more than 1 hour just to the closest one.
I would also like to visit the what do you call this? The museum. It's actually near Lampong,
Museum.
in Universitas Lampong,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we haven't able to visit it, but I really would like to, since it's quite big, right?
Yeah.
And I think there would be a lot of cultural, historical things inside
Yeah,
that would
of
very
course.
much make me feel
There is so much.
curious.
Yeah. And it's nice to know the history of your country too.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. Let's start to your program, the teaching program. Okay. Were there any difference in teaching methods in Philippines and Indonesia? Also, if you want to drink, you can try this.
Oh,
Yeah, tea.
Yeah.
It's sweet tea.
Sweet tea,
Yeah.
later maybe.
later.
Okay.
The difference in teaching.
Yeah. Is there anything like?
Well, I was observing actually. I immediately noticed that in your school it's much more of an extensive learning, wherein
Long hours.
yeah, there's long hours of
Yeah,
teaching for
there is.
teachers and learning for students, and what else? There are few subjects
In a day.
in a day.
Yeah.
There's just
There is.
only 2 to 3.
Or
That's
maybe
the
four.
max.
There's no 4 subjects.
Oh, there's no 4 subjects
Actually, I have
4.
5 subjects.
5 in one day.
in one day.
Yeah,
In one day.
But
That's
in the
max.
Philippines, that's the max. Is that the
I think
maximum?
it is because like we go to school, we start studying from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and with the cuts of the break time and lunch time, it's mostly just 2 hours per subject, and it's just enough for 5 subjects a day.
For the Philippines, maybe you're going to
Yeah. But in the Philippines, it's more of an intensive one. What I mean by that is we have 10 subjects
A day.
every day.
a day.
A day?
Yeah.
From Monday to Friday, it's the same 10 subjects all over again.
Oh,
Yes, and in each subject there would be around 45 to 1 hour.
Yeah.
45 to
45 minutes to
1
1 hour per subject.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the whole day. And we also have classes. We start from
Yeah.
7:30. The common schedule for most schools is from 7:30 in the morning up to 4:30 in the afternoon, or
4:30.
maybe 5 in the afternoon. So it's very long.
in
That's why
Indonesia,
it's very funny.
if we go like 4:30, it's more often like
Extracurricular.
extracurricular or just extra classes. So we took to learn more, and then wow, it's
Very long.
Yeah, it's very long.
When I hear
I
the
can't. I'm sure I cannot handle 10 subjects in a day,
Right?
How did you do
especially
that?
especially the physics and something. I really don't like.
You
that
really
subject.
Probably that's one of my culture shocks.
Yeah, we were shocked when
Yeah.
we learned that you go out on 3:30, and I was like, that's
Yeah,
so early.
3:25,
Oh.
3:35,
Yeah.
25,
25.
25, right?
Even like the elementary school, they only go like from 7:30 to 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
They only study it for
7:30 to 10
just
a.m.
two or more hours like that.
I can only say sana all.
Yeah. We have this term sana all.
It's like expression of envy of something that you don't have.
But in literal translation, it would be I hope everyone.
I hope everyone, like, I hope we have that too.
Yeah.
Oh, sana all.
You wanna have that culture.
Yeah.
in your country.
We're kind of
Time.
saying that we're jealous.
You're just- okay. How would you describe the cultural difference between the Filipino and Indonesian students? Is there like in Indonesia, they are not very into cultural, but in Philippines they really into or something like that.
They're both very cultural, really, but it's more obvious, especially in the school setting, especially how you do your the morning prayers.
Yeah.
Your what do you call it? The Quran.
Quran.
We read Quran.
Yeah, you
every
read
day.
it every morning. So
Yeah, every
and I noticed it is quite long, right?
Yeah, it is
So-
like it's had like more than 500 pages. I think.
And then when you start your singing your national anthem at around 9:55, right?
Yeah, 9:55.
So it's kind of more, that's the shocking or the new thing for me, because we also pray in the morning, but
Yeah.
it's more of like bless us for this day, and not that long. So it's very much the culture, the history is more incorporated
Yeah.
here in your
Yeah.
school, as I've noticed.
And sometimes it depends on the
Event.
school
On the school.
if
Oh,
they
yes.
pray or not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Because
teacher.
yeah, sometimes it depends on the teacher.
Yeah. In the religion, actually, about the religion in Indonesia, they almost all the schools does it, but not very much. But about the nationalities, like singing the independence, national song, it is a must to do that.
Yes.
Usually, like when I go to my elementary school, we usually start singing that even in a very morning day. Like after we pray, we start singing that before we start to study.
We usually just sing it during flag ceremonies, like yours, in every Monday.
Every
Yeah.
Monday, and
then
we have
those
flag retreat
flag retreats
on
on
Friday.
So after work, after classes, mostly for work though, right? It's
Yeah.
rare for schools to conduct flag retreats in school, so we just usually do flag ceremonies on Monday. Then
Yes.
workers
Oh,
from
you
the
do-
government
you
do
do
the
that
flag
on-
retreat
You do it on Monday. too?
Monday and Friday
Oh,
only,
Monday.
Yeah.
Friday.
or maybe on special ceremonies and events.
Yes.
In some school, like the elementary or just junior high school, there's also like a must to do like scout days, scout ceremony
Scout,
in like Saturday. So in Saturday they still go to school, and they have to do the scout ceremony and something like that.
Mm.
Every student, or
Yeah, it's a
Every
must. It's a
every
must from the
student,
school. And
it's
okay,
like new for me.
Yeah.
the next one
It's
is
kind of like a requirement.
yeah, it's like a requirement. The next one is there anything that you learn about your own teaching style in Indonesia? Is there anything that I feel like this can improve my teaching style?
Okay.
Actually, during my teachings, I noticed that students like gamified activities.
Yeah.
They like to do
You know,
quizzes,
yeah,
Kahoot,
ice breaking.
icebreakers.
Yeah.
So that's probably one thing that I want to hone and develop more in my teaching. So probably, but in the Philippines, it's not actually the same case. The students don't have access to
Facilities, or maybe
the facilities and
materials.
especially the technology. Not even all the students have phones. So
Oh, really?
so it would be difficult.
That's why I think it would be great that how I maximize all my teaching strategies here, because considering the communication barrier, right?
Yeah.
I actually used a lot of teaching styles, especially the gamified ones, since
Yeah.
I believe that would lessen the gap between me and the students. And yeah, I hope that I can maybe develop something better from here that I can bring to the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah, since we will also
Yeah.
do our internship
Yeah.
next year.
Oh.
So I hope that
Yeah.
I will be able to bring something
To
Okay.
apply those things in my future
classes.
I
classes.
hope you can succeed to do that.
Yeah, and I had fun doing those.
Most students, although sometimes they can understand me, they're very much enthusiastic
Yes.
in joining a game. Especially the Pinoy Henyo, it's like a guessing game, and they were like, "Ma'am, we can guess the word." It was very cute.
But they're not Pinoy, so you kind of made it like
Indo-Henyo.
Indonesia.
Oh. You don't really
yeah.
have the word in Indonesian or English.
I do both. I use both English and Bahasa Indonesia, so that they would be able to relate the two. And if I say the English word, they say, "Oh, it's familiar. It's what we call like this here."
Have you learned any Indonesian language before?
Before I came
Yeah.
here,
Oh,
Here.
before you came here and after you came here.
before I came here, of course, the basic greetings, salamat pagi, salamat.
Yeah.
Hati-hati.
I the one hati-hati, I learned it here.
Oh,
When I
I
was
see.
interacting with the teachers in the faculty. Like, hati-hati mo.
Hati-hati,
Like, it's so
yeah.
good. It's so cute, like how you really greet each other. Because we usually just say, hi, hello.
Yeah. And everyone was so friendly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like the commonalities in Indonesian people. We
Oh.
do friendly to everyone.
We should probably do that in the Philippines.
No, we'll get labeled as someone feeling close.
Yeah.
We have something called FC, feeling
Yeah.
close, where you intentionally feel close with someone you're not really
Yes.
familiar with. Then they call you FC.
Yeah.
It
When
would
you
be so
just
awkward.
say hi, but you're not that close,
Like, and
they would
everybody-
stare at you like, who are you?
But maybe for acquaintances, it would be a very cute
But
gesture.
here they respond back to you. That's
Yeah, of course.
great.
Even when we don't know each other, like if I met like my neighbors or something that I don't know, if we stare at each other, like we still like have some greetings like
yeah.
that. It's a
Ah.
tradition.
You nod.
Yeah, we
Nod.
nod like we smile and we nod to them. It's
That's
basic.
cool.
I think like it's a tradition for people in Indonesia to be friendly to others, even though we are an introverts.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I really am.
But yeah, we basically just smile sometimes.
Yeah.
It really hurts my feelings when I smile and someone doesn't smile.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
that's
That's why-
that's
That's why
so
sometimes I
hurtful.
just don't do it with people I don't really know. Except when we intentionally
Passing
bump into each other. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's get to the next question. I think, is there any advice that you want to give to other Philippine students to like they wanna took the student exchange program too?
Sure. It would be, I would say, just embrace the adventure and
research.
yeah.
Research is-
and have a research.
so you don't have to be shocked or you won't have to
Confused.
experience culture shock anymore.
But I think that's the fun of going out of the country. You just
Yeah. Also-
experience culture shock, and that's not,
Not totally
That's not
bad.
bad.
yeah.
But sometimes it also prevents you from becoming embarrassed
Yeah.
when you do something
Yeah.
wrong, right?
Yeah.
Of course, what you consider normal is not really normal everywhere. So half. It's
Yeah.
like the joy of
There are pros
experiencing
and cons to it.
Yeah.
unexpected than doing something that you expect and know already. So yeah, it's half for me.
Oh yeah. Is there any like funny or memorable experience that you
Very good.
have so far in this country? Like something that you would still remember when you go back to Philippines?
Oh, whenever the students came to me or approached me and say,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Very good.
I was like, what's happening?
I was
So I would
confused.
also do that
Because
they would
Because
bless.
for us, we do, it's called mano for us,
Yeah.
mano. You call it salim, right?
Yeah, Salim.
Mano is usually what we do for our elderly, like for people who are a generation higher than us. Like for my parents, our aunties,
Parents, aunties.
grandmas, or other relatives. Not
That are
really for
older.
teachers and professionals. It's more on familial tradition. So if I do this to Shirley, she will consider herself old.
Yeah.
That's why I was very shocked when the students wanted my hand. I was like, slowly.
Should I do this too?
So when we learned what it was about, also it's more about respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So,
about
oh my
respect.
gosh, I was
And it's so
sad.
cool because not all the students do that.
Yeah.
I just do this,
So yeah,
right?
some people we don't as a Muslim we cannot have a physical touch to
Opposite
opposite gender, and that's what we do to Salim. Honestly, like this not with this one, and yeah, I think it's just for respectful. But sometimes people just do that to the someone older, even if it's just 1 year older.
1 year old.
We still do that too.
Do you have any other fun experience?
Fun
I haven't
experience.
had much yet since I wasn't able to explore much.
Oh
But
no.
You were here 1 week earlier. than me,
Okay.
so 1 week more of experience.
Actually, one time while we were walking around the Embong near Unila,
Oh, yeah.
near our dormitory, it was actually at night, and I was with my friends, with my 2 other friends. Suddenly, there are 2 guys popped out of the dark, so I was like terrified. So I told my friends, "Let's go home."
And what
But
did you do?
what did we do? Actually, we had an afterthought that maybe they just want to ask something, and I was like, why were you terrified? They asked me that. So I was like, they're men, first of all.
Yeah.
And from the
Yeah.
Dark.
so
And it's dark, so I just had to forget it.
so you ran.
Yeah,
You ran away.
we ran away from them, and they were actually behind us. So we didn't know what to do. We just ran faster than them.
That is not a funny experience.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Yeah.
It was also fun.
But it was also fun.
When we
Yeah.
talk about it, because you really didn't know what their intention was. So maybe if they really wanted to ask a question, then it would be funny that they ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. Okay. As your exchange program comes to a close, like you're going back to Philippines in how many times?
Oh, we're going back next week on Friday.
How much?
I'm going back together with Jessica, my fellow Bicol University student. We're going back on December 6th, next week.
Next week.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Because of that, is there anything that you want to bring out back to your country, both personally and professionally?
Personally, you're gonna go start with professionally. I think maybe the teaching methods, like I've said earlier,
yeah.
because for me, I believe I maximize all my knowledge. Here, I literally use every method I could think of to make the class more engaging, more easier for my students, and I think the experience itself would be a great way for me to bring as a form of reflection, so that I can better improve both teaching strategies and styles that I can apply, and the fact that the flexibility. I found that I've become more flexible here in Lampung, especially in this school, in
It's
the
not very strict.
Yeah, various, because in every class they have different strengths, right?
Yeah.
Of course, international class are more proficient
Yeah.
in English compared to the other sections, but yeah, I had to adjust the way I communicate per class, and that's the type of flexibility that I would hope to hone very much.
Yeah.
Well, hone more when I go back.
Is that one of your biggest challenges?
Yeah, the flexibility part is something you really have to train, and it requires for me a lot of experience. Since you can't really learn much with theoretical stuff, you really have to do it practically. And you, what about?
Yeah,
personal or
I would say the same. Professionally, I would want to hone my flexibility and adaptability skills, because here you really need to be flexible and adaptable. It's quite different from what we usually do in the Philippines. So when we came here, we have to adapt to the, how do you call that, the classroom culture, how you manage the class, and of course the dynamics of the teacher and student interaction. A lot of those things.
It's very much different.
Yeah.
Even from the schedule, from the students, the teachers, almost everything, even the curriculum. It's like starting over from scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to.
You don't know anything. You start
It's
over.
like we're starting in our first year of college again.
We had to learn the books and the materials we have to deliver first. So that's quite, I don't know,
Difficult.
challenging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, professional.
How about personally, like, if I would go to other countries, of course I want to bring like some foods or some anything that I could bring back to my country like that.
Coffee. I really like the coffee. When the principal greeted us, and we had a short talk before we had the official orientation.
Yeah, they serve coffee.
Really?
They served us coffee, and it was.
What was that coffee? I need to try that
I
coffee.
think it was a coffee lampong, they said.
Yeah.
It was we're coffee lovers. Filipinos really
Yeah.
love coffee. We drink coffee in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So
Okay.
it's quite different from ours. It's more rich, I think. Maybe
Yeah.
because I usually use
Yeah.
instant coffee.
Is it milky here for you, or
I think it's more it's both coffee and a little bit chocolatey for
Yeah.
me.
oh
A bit, so it's quite rich. If you know tablea, we have tablea, very concentrated chocolate.
yeah?
Oh.
When we melt it, it typically settles at the bottom, the powder.
Oh.
And that's quite the coffee we had was quite similar like that. The texture even.
Yeah.
I want to bring it home. And even some spices maybe. if
Have
I
you
could.
learned about the name of it?
They said coffee lampung. I
Coffee
think.
lampung.
Coffee lampung.
They had it had a lampung to it.
Yeah.
But maybe coffee lampung. Yeah.
It's a traditional coffee from Lampung. Like they farm in here. Like,
So, you what would
For
you like
me,
to
I would like to bring some of the snacks that I've
Oh,
tried.
snacks, yeah.
The one that's my favorite currently is how do you call that again? Kusuka.
oh, kusuka.
Yeah.
Chips.
Oh my
Chips.
god.
Oh.
I've been hoarding a lot of that
all
snack.
flavors?
Yeah. Ever since I've tried it, we always go to the supermarket just to buy one.
I bought one, the cheesy burger. Do you think?
Really? Oh my.
Cheesy burger.
Cheesy burger.
I haven't tried other flavors than barbecue. I just tried barbecue
you're
because
just
it's my yeah.
You're still collecting.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe
Okay.
we'll check our baggage.
Okay. Is there anything that you wanna before we end? Is there anything that you wanted to say to people in Unila Senior High School or just people in Indonesia? Something like that?
First of all, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to the headmaster. Thank you to Mr. B, to the students for giving me the opportunity to teach here and hone my teaching skills. And I'm deeply grateful for your participation, for the participation of the students, especially the ones that I handled, grades 12, 12-1, 12-2, and those were the only ones that I taught. What else? I have more, but I think I should shut up.
For me, it's the same. I really much appreciate the participation and the enthusiasm of all the students I've handled since Tuesday. So basically class 10-1, 10-3, and 10-8. I very much appreciate how they really engaged with me during my discussion, and I hope they were able to learn from me as much I have learned from them. And of course, to my research teacher, Butara, thank you very much for always feeding me snacks and guiding me always. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, I think that's all that I can say today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
I did it.